Now, Songstress Zahara has returned with a studio album titled Nqaba Yam, which she has attributed to overcoming her personal tribulations. She says the 12-track album focuses on different stages of her journey and how she has spiritually connected with her faith and found solace in God's mercy. She joins us now to tell us more about this project. Zahara, very good morning. Lovely to speak to you. Congratulations on this 12-piece masterpiece.
Okay, I'm emotional now because I'm thinking of those guys. You shouldn't have played that song. Morning, guys.
Well, thanks. Great to speak to you. I suppose I'm going to shift my question and ask about collaborations. Would you consider an Amapiano type collaboration?
I love them. Now, Amapiano dances. Oh. Like when it comes to me, you must tell a story, and it has to be my story. But it doesn't mean. But with me, I'm a and oh my word, and
right,
they're gone.
Sad, very, very sad. We'll let you gather your thoughts a little bit. Now, let's talk about the inspiration. In that intro, we talked about the trials and tribulations that have led to you coming up with these 12 amazing tracks. I've listened to most of them, like quite a few of them. What is the journey that you've walked in the recent past that's given birth to some of these tracks?
Like I always say, if you want to know me, go get my albums. Get my album. Then you will find out, go to the journey that I went through. And my mental and spiritually and soulful-wise and emotionally, where I'm at, you will find it in my album. That's why I always say, if people, they want to know about me, go get my albums. I wrote the album. I write a journal, not the album. I write a journal about my life each and every day. Then I take everything that I wrote in my journal and then become songs and then be in the album. So that's why I'm transparent to people, because they know where I'm at from my albums. And Nqaba Yam, when I wrote it, it was before the pandemic. And now, I felt like I feel like I was not writing it for me. I was writing for everybody, because at the end of the day, we all the same right now. There was a woman who gave birth. There was an earthquake. She gave birth. She was holding on to a tree. She gave birth. When was it? Was it 2015 or something? Gave birth on top of the tree. She hung on to that. So Nqaba Yam means whatever it's helping you today for you to have breath, and whatever that is keeping you going, then hold on to it. For me, it's God. And for you, it might be your mother. And for somebody else, it might be a tree. Somebody else, it might be, I don't know, water, ancestors, or whatever. But I know, for me, Nqaba Yam, it's my God who kept me going. There were so many times that I wanted, it's like, okay, not giving up on myself and my life, but in the industry, giving up in the industry, but not in my life or what I do. I can still go and sing for my cows. I can still go sing for those people that need help at the corners. But coming to the industry, that's what I did not know. Because now, me singing, I went into the industry, a devious one.
Now, Sinda Mpefumlo, which is track number 2, my absolute favorite, he also mentioned that this was your sister's favorite, and you lost your sister earlier this year. May her soul rest in peace. Tell us a little bit about this song.
When I wrote the song, I feel like I was telling you, I've been stripped off. Like I've been naked with no reason. It's like a woman being raped. Or whether a man or a woman being raped with no reason. But I asked God, oh, my soul. Because if your soul is still alive, that means you have the next day to tell your story. You have the next day to make a chance, to make a choice, and it's up to you what choices you make. And just don't.
All right, let's do a bit of a shift, Zahara. Systems.
No, wait. So my sister chose this song before she passed on. She's not here, but she chose it for herself. Sindam Pefumulo. And I did not understand why Sindam Pefumulo. When I'm talking about Nqaba Yam, talking about Izolo, talking about everything else. That was her favorite song when I was in the studio. Sindam Pefumulo. Maybe she felt that she was going to go. I did not know that she chose it. But me, that's the version of the reason why I wrote the song. But she chose it for herself and she passed on. So maybe she felt it. Systems are good.
Now, you wrote Systems. Systems is as melodic as all the others, but it talks to issues around the government in many ways. Take us through the thinking behind this and the message that you're putting out there.
I'm not going to put a name. I'm not going to put nobody's name. But I feel like we've got presidents, we've got everybody in everywhere, and it is ministers and everybody all around the world. But I will start with my South African. Systems are put. Rules need to be followed. But why would I follow when the ruler is unruly? If you are a ruler, but you are unruly, so why must I follow you?
Good question. Now, COVID-19 has obviously come with massive repercussions. How have you dealt with it? Certainly when we take a look at your industries, what are some of the challenges? I mean, there aren't too many individuals that are dropping albums of this quality during COVID. But obviously, the stuff that you've been doing, right, certainly you and your team. Can you take us through that process?
Since my mother told me in 2014 when I wanted to go back home and just sing for my cousin, everything, she told me that, what are you here for? She asked me, what are you here for? So I told her, I'm here to inspire and give hope. So she was like, oh, are you Jesus Christ? I was like, I'm not, but I'm here to inspire and give hope. But let me tell you something, my child. People, even today, when Jesus Christ came and died for them, they never praised him. So you're not going to be praised for doing good. He was never praised. He was called a witch and everything. He was never. So why would I think I will be praised? So it's not about that. It's about giving hope and inspiring. And COVID, I'm telling you, mentally, physically, spiritually, and pocket-wise, it broke everybody, whether you're an artist or you are what, even if you're a millionaire. It broke us, more special us as artists. You can't tell me that I am a daughter of the soul and a daughter of South Africa. And then, have you ever called me and asked me, how am I surviving during this pandemic? When everything happens, even if you want votes, I have to go and sing for you so that you get votes. Have you ever called and asked me how am I doing at this time? It's been 2 years artists haven't been working. The only thing you see is on TV. Who cares about that? Nobody cares about artists. But what keeps me going, like I said, it's God, prayer, and my supporters. And people like you guys giving me the platform to tell my story.
Well, you're most welcome. We're delighted, obviously, to speak to you as always. This is Women's Month. We are celebrating women. You've just talked about your mother. I suppose she's one of the women that you celebrate.
Ooh. My mother, there's a song that is called Strength of a Woman, Mumfazi, or Umgodi album. When I think of a woman, I look at my mother. Yo, unenyanda, wood in her hair. Babies at the back, barefooted, with the bucket of water from the river. Still to go to prepare food for my father. And she's pregnant on the other side. How much load is that? So, strength of a woman, it doesn't really matter how much you can get a woman down, she will always rise. It's the woman's month. Us as women, can we celebrate ourselves, not look down on ourselves? We carry so much weight, not only by being pregnant, even the world and everybody. I am telling the truth. Each and every man that you see that is powerful and there's a wise woman behind.
I agree. I'm going to ask a question here. What can women do to deal with issues of gender-based violence as a collective?
We can as a collective, but it doesn't really matter because the people that are there, it's men that are ruling. Us, we can go and cry, but we can do it if we want to. We can do it as women. But it's just that even us as women are scattered. There's jealousy, there's whatnot, and what if I go fight and then my husband and he's taking care of so and so and so in my family. You see what I mean? But we've got power, we can take over.
I'm going to come back
but to... But because we scattered.
So I'm going to come back to Nqaba Yam and just the reaction that you've gotten from your fans. I remember reading a tweet where one fan said, you know what, I've got a tight deadline. It's almost midnight, but I'm deeply connecting with this brand new album. What does this mean to you as an artist, as an individual, when stuff like this happens? In fact, as a successful artist, do you still get goosebumps when you get that sort of reaction?
I do each and every time. It's like even when I go perform, it's either my stomach is going to run before I go on stage, or sorry to say this in public, or I'm going to play all my heroes just for that moment. Because I get nervous because I always want to make people, to inspire people. So when they were waiting with me until 12, I saw I was trending. Till 2 a.m., 3, I'm still trending. I was like, what? Because people, they're always waiting for my story because they know they'll find their story and my story. And I want to say, okay, to them, Ndiyabulela, Enkosini, thank you so much for always believing in me and always putting me in your prayers. Ndiyabulela.
Zahara, we're absolutely delighted that you would join us this morning and obviously talk to us about Nqaba Yam, an incredible album. We wish you well. Thank you once again.
Again, I was going to say thank you to you guys because without you guys, I wasn't going to be able to tell my story. So you give me a platform to tell my story. So thank you so much.
Songstress Zahara speaking to us on the launch of her new album, Nqaba Yam. Many things that have come across there. It really is a masterpiece and speaks to the trials and tribulations that she has gone through over the last certainly few months.